All right. Welcome back to the Weird Wayfinder, where I do things a little bit weird, but I do help you find your way. So we are doing a wow. Okay. It's like a confirmation of some kind. Sorry about that. Uh, so I feel like there's something you need to know right now. I don't know what it is. I kind of set the time frame for like a week ahead, but Spirit works in mysterious ways, so we'll see if that's where this leads us. But this is what you need to know right now. These are the decks I'm starting with, and we're gonna find out. So I'm gonna pull a couple from each of these other decks that we will flip over more towards the end. Or whenever I feel called to, really. I just feel like that is the way we are doing this today. I'm not sure which way looks straight to y'all, but it's fine. I do have my computer back, so hopefully the sound is a little bit better than it was, and visuals a little bit better. I'm gonna keep working on the angle. Don't worry about that right now. Okay, let me actually push this down there. There is a cat in my lap, so here's his little tail. If you see him periodically making a appearance. That is Odin, the Allfather with cats, and he refuses to leave me alone when I'm trying to work. For some reason, I feel like when I am feeling guided to find my flow or be in this connection, he always like comes find me. And I'm not really sure how that works, but I'm sure there's something to it because every single time, oh, there he is. He's crawling across the desk now. Just okay. I don't edit these, so you get real life. And my animals are part of my spirit tribe, so they're part of our spirit tribe. Yeah, just kind of nudge these off to the side for now, and we will look at what those are in a little bit. These ones will give us a little bit more specific information at the end. That might be important for some of you. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? I do want to say while I'm pulling these cards that um maybe a week or so ago I did a video on like there was going to be a breakthrough with a few days. And in fact, I did have quite a breakthrough in my own life. So if you did as well, I would love to hear about it. Um, if you have not come across that video on your own yet, maybe it's just not your time. That's the catch. I'm being honest. Oh, what is this life? Okay. So let's start with our tarot and see where it leads us. And then we will flip those oracle cards over when I feel guided to. What is our main energy right now? What are we working with? Before anything even falls out, I feel like the fact that it's taking a little longer than usual to get a card is part of the answer. I feel like you aren't even sure how you feel right now. That you kind of have been rotating through emotions, rotating through different versions of yourself, states of being, so to speak. Okay. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Sorry, I messed up my cards, and my OCD will not be happy if I leave them there. Okay. And yes. Okay. Yeah, we are kind of all over the place. I'm getting like the seven. It's like there's seven different states of being. However, it does talk about patience and maybe feeling a little bit impatient. And maybe that's one of your states of being right now is feeling very impatient. You are waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to grow. Maybe you initiated something, planted some seeds, or you know of that something is going to happen and you're like, where is it? And so you're impatient, but then when you get impatient, you remind yourself you're like divine timing, it's coming, don't worry about it, like have faith. I don't know, you're kind of like talking yourself into taking a deep breath and relax. And so you're sitting here, you're like, it's fine, everything is fine, it's coming. But you're like sitting there. It's kind of giving me the feeling of like watching water boil. You know what I mean? And like watched water never boils. Something like that is a saying. And I feel like that's the thing is like you're staring directly at that light. You're like, come on, why isn't it getting any closer? It is. It just doesn't feel like it. And so it's kind of bouncing you around. And so then you have other thoughts of like, well, maybe it's not coming. And then the other side of you is like, yes, it is. I can feel it in my soul that it's coming. And like, you're just like all over the place. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. Ride the roller coaster, ride the waves. It's fine. But it is coming. I feel, I think you're restless. And I get that. Let's see where else this is going. I'm going to put this over here. No. And the lovers. Hmm. Now, the lovers, of course, it can reference relationships. And so that's for some of you. Maybe you're waiting to meet your person. Maybe you're waiting for somebody to ask you to go out on a date. You're like, I can tell they like me. When are they going to make a move? Maybe you're waiting for your wedding date and like, it's already set. You've done all the planning. You're just like waiting for it and it feels like forever. Okay, that's for some of you. However, the lovers also on a much deeper level talks about choices and alignment. Okay, so what you're waiting for, the thing that you're still like so impatiently, anxiously waiting for, right now, this time that you've been waiting has been you coming into energetic alignment with the thing that you're waiting for. And you might have had to make several choices along the way in order to guide you towards whatever it is you're trying to get as this outcome. This is choices, this is path, but you are in alignment at this point, I feel like, because I'm not getting any cards in between. So I feel like you are in alignment with this thing. And there is a little bit of guidance here on like, relax, settle your energy, trust yourself, because I do think that yourself, your higher self, your inner self, at your core, you feel you know that this is coming. And it's your brain, your ego, whatever you want to call it, that is bringing in this restlessness that is making you second guess things, doubt yourself, be really impatient. It's like just shh. You are in alignment. You have done the work. You have made the decisions that are leading you in the right direction. The thing that you want is coming. Whether it is a relationship or something entirely else, it doesn't matter. It's coming. And they're like, relax, relax, which I hate saying to you because I am the most unrelaxed person most of the time. This is definitely me normally. Like, okay, I know. Hurry up, connect, because I know it's coming. Can it just get here already? I know. That is also me. And I will also think about all the different possibilities of what could be going wrong or what could be going right. And then I wonder if I'm like disillusioning myself or if I'm uh living in fantasy land because I feel like I can feel such good things are about to happen. And I'm like, am I crazy? Is that like maybe I'm just hyping myself up for no reason because I'm not seeing it yet? I know. And I really, really try not to do that. When I realize that I'm doing it, I will take a little bit and settle back into my energy. And it's not so much about like, okay, I trust the universe. It's like, okay, I trust myself. My soul knows that this is coming. My soul knows that this is about to happen. I feel the way forward. Stop letting my brain get me all worked up all over the place. Maybe you need to do other things while you're waiting instead of sitting there staring, waiting for it to happen, watching, because watched water never boils, right? So, like, do something with yourself. Ooh, this Ace of Swords. Clarity. I feel like relief. Also, in this card, let's see if I can hold it towards myself. In this card, you see that person is staring off at a light in the distance, right? In this card, it looks like they're holding the light. That light that was off in the distance, now it's right here in your hands, right in front of your face, right? Aha, here it is. And I love that. Like you are in alignment to get this thing. It is coming. And when it gets here, you're not going to miss it. It's literally going to be right in front of your face. The Ace of Swords is also clarity, it is focus, it is the sword of truth. Maybe you're waiting on a truth to come through. Maybe you're waiting on some answers about something and you need the truth. And it's been a long time coming because you've been waiting all this time, right? Maybe it's a truth about a relationship or a person that you care about. But either way, you're waiting on this clarity. You're waiting on this truth. You need these answers. And they're going to be right here, right in front of your face. There's no other cards in between this, right? It just goes right from here to your alignment. Choices are being made. You're making choices. Somebody else is making choices. Whatever it is, you're lined up with this truth, with this light, with this clarity. And then here it is. So if you've been anxiously waiting, I feel like part of this message is that it's like it's almost here. It's on its way. Like stop staring directly at it, and the next thing you know, it's going to be at your door. You know what I mean? I do feel like if I flip this card over, I'm seeing this card like they're standing at the top of a mountain and it's dark, like they're in a cave. So you're on a mountain in a cave. No, I'm just kidding. But it might feel that way. It's giving me this vibe of like it's been a long time coming, or you had to work really hard or overcome a lot of things to get here. And maybe that's why you're so impatient. Just throwing that out there for some of you if it applies, but it was really jumping out at me as I was shuffling, so I was kind of sitting there taking it in. And we have the Six of Wands. Yes. Look how bright that just got compared to the rest of them. It's like it's dark, it's dark, it's dark. Ta-da! Here we are. It's funny because it's a person, she's carrying a bouquet of roses. And so if you are waiting for love, this is like Prince Charming showing up or Princess Charming, however you want to see it. It is a woman in the card, doesn't matter, whatever gender, whatever interests you. I don't care. Right. And they're showing up. They're here to see you, to find you. Just saying. I don't feel like the majority of this is about relationships for most of you, but I feel like it's there, so I want to share it with you. Okay, for the rest of you, this is success. This is victory. This is overcoming obstacles. This is being seen. This is like the knight on the white horse is coming to save the day. And this very well may be somebody else that is bringing in this Ace of Swords for you, that is bringing in the truth, that is bringing in the clarity, whatever it is you've been waiting for. And that's like you're waiting. You're not actively doing anything. You don't have to. You don't have to go find these answers on your own. You're waiting because somebody else, something else in your environment, some situation that you're in, like the answers are out of your control, it seems like. And this is like whoever does have control over the answers is bringing them in. And it's victory. It's working in your favor. It is what you've been waiting for. It is success. So love that for you. Okay. Right. I since it's literally just like, yes, it's coming. Yes, you're gonna succeed. I'm not even gonna like keep poking at that. We're gonna start flipping some of these over. And I'm going to move these up here for now. I might have to move them off the screen. We will see. Okay. We have Yasad, foundation, birth cycles and intuition. Yes. Okay. I love how a lot of my previous messages all kind of connect together somewhere along the way. So there is, can I see? Now it's upside down. Jeez, I'm bad at this. Okay. See, there's a moon at the top of this. Okay. Because it is talking about cycles. I feel like you're in between cycles or something to that effect, and you've been waiting. One of my previous readings on the energy kept talking about how it feels like you were like in this liminal space in between like an old life and a new life, an old version of you and a new version of you, maybe an old relationship and a new relationship, whatever the case may be. But this is something you feel, this new whatever it is for you coming, this new cycle starting, this new person coming in, this new job coming in, this new chapter of your life. And you're like, when is it going to begin? And for some of you, it's like you need these answers, you need this clarity, this truth, this person, whatever the case is for you, to come in. And that really becomes the initiation of your new cycle, the beginning of the foundation. Ooh, I keep wanting to put those upside down for some reason. I gotta fix my camera so I didn't have to do that. All right, then I have Chakma, wisdom, inspiration, spark the divine masculine, and it is Uranus, which we have Uranus in Gemini doing some crazy things. I promise I will stop showing you the cards upside down. Okay, wisdom, but also surprises. Interesting, I think. Where is that? Oh, I was getting like Saturn vibes off of that. Anyways, inspiration, spark, masculine. This is the doing energy. It's like Ace of Wands. It's like something spark. There's your spark on the Ace of Swords too, right? Something comes in and it's that initial spark that sets everything off, that starts the race, that sets everything on fire, lights you up, gets you excited, gives you the momentum, the reason to start moving again, that inspiration, right? And but it comes with wisdom, which is the information that I feel like is coming in. That is the truth, the clarity, the things that you've been waiting to understand before you can start this new cycle, before you can start moving forward. It's here, it's coming. Ooh, that got spicy. I hold it towards. We also have death. And I think that this actually fits perfectly here because it says grief, rebirth, and transformation. And we have cycles. So it makes perfect sense that we have death because something has ended. Or we're waiting for this new thing to begin, right? I keep telling you, we're in this like in between space. Something has finally ended, or maybe something had to finish ending before this new beginning could happen. And you had to wait for this clarity to come in to succeed and moving on into your new whatever it is. Okay. If this was a relationship, this is like you had to let go of possibly a past relationship. You had to stop like hoping that your ex was going to come back or something to that effect. Or you had to learn your lessons from that relationship so that you could actually like fully move on. Okay. That's for some of you. Then there's that healing phase in between before you should really get into a new relationship. However, this is also whatever situation was happening in your past, whatever version of that you know is no longer who you are while you're in this in between space, discovering who you're ready to become. This could be an old chapter in your life that really maybe there was some loose ends that had to be tied up before you could really let it go and start your new chapter. Because I do feel like there's a clean slate waiting for some of you, but you needed this clarity, you needed these answers before you could really let go and move on. And this is that letting go. I like where this is going. Okay, we have you and your loved ones are safe. feel like that one's pretty clear. If you are worried about how you or the people that you care about will be affected by all these changes, by this truth coming in, all this letting go, moving on from something, like you're good, you're protected. Don't worry about that. You're in good hands. Confidence is your key to success. I feel like this goes back to it's interesting. We're in Leo season right this moment when I'm doing this. This is a timeless reading, but I'm just going to throw that out there. And we did just have a solar eclipse, the new moon in Leo, I believe. So very interesting that this is coming up now. So maybe you've been feeling this energy since earlier in the week or whenever you're seeing this, somewhat recently because it was only a few days ago. But it's giving me that Seven of Pentacles energy where like you're restless because you're doubting yourself, you're doubting the future, you're doubting whatever it is you're waiting for. And it's like, now have confidence, trust yourself, and that's what's going to get you there. Yeah. And then see, and then I have hold your vision. Hold your vision. You know whatever it is coming towards you. You know whatever it is about to happen, is on its way, whatever the case may be. Hold your vision. Don't doubt yourself. Don't let make people wow. Don't let people make you question yourself. Don't let your restlessness or impatience throw you off course here. Okay, because it's coming. Hold your vision. Also, if you don't have the vision, okay, what is it that you are envisioning coming towards you? What is it that you were hoping to see? Like, what are you staring at over there in the Seven of Pentacles? What are you waiting for clarity on? When you get clarity on it, what does that mean to you? What do you hope becomes clear? If you're waiting to start the next chapter in your life, what does that look like? What do you want it to look like? Okay. What opportunities do you want? What kind of life do you want to live? If this is a relationship for you, what kind of person are you hoping to call into your life? What kind of personality do they have? What kind of like qualities are important to you? What kind of red flags do you want to make sure are not going to pop up again? Okay. Hold your vision. Don't get all discombobulated by having to wait for whatever it is to become clear to you. All right, these last few cards are going to be very, probably sort of specific and are probably not going to be for everybody. So, and just like any part of this reading, really take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and we're just going to see where it goes. Okay. See, we have miss you, miss, wait, eager. Are you missing somebody right now? If you are, let me know in the comments because that makes perfect sense with the rest of the reading. Again, like I said, there was something about relationships here. There could be somebody that you are missing, somebody that maybe you are currently in a relationship with, but it's been long distance or you haven't seen them in a while. Maybe it's somebody that you have to separate from and they're going to be coming back soon. Maybe it's not even a relationship. Maybe it's just your loved ones, your kids, your family, your best friend, cousin, like whatever the case may be, right? And you know that they're going to be coming back home soon. You know you're going to see them soon, and it's driving you crazy because you don't know when or how, but you just know that you're planning on it. You miss somebody. So if that's for you, you'll know it. And they're like, just yes, we know you're waiting. It's coming. Oh, what is going on here? Okay. So we have basement, storage, imprisonment, damp. That's okay. Storage, imprisonment, damp. Wow. I feel like this is your energy for some of you. If this resonates with you, again, it's you'll know if it's for you. If not, don't you worry about it, okay? But some of you have felt like you've been in a terrible place, right? For the last however long. Maybe you feel like life has felt like a prison. You felt very trapped in a situation. It didn't feel very comfortable because that's what damp makes me feel like. You felt kind of put on the back burner. That's what's coming to an end for you. You're going to come out of this space. Again, only take that if it resonates. That's totally fine. Cool. And then we have Apple. Again with the wisdom. Again with the death. Wow. It's also sexuality and joy. That's an interesting combination of words to put on one card. I'm not going to lie. Like, what? All right. Now, it is a juicy apple. So, just saying. Apples are very interesting symbolism because they do kind of represent all of these words, which don't always go together so smoothly. And I think I'm getting kind of like an old wise saying in my head, but I can't quite put the words together. It's like have the wisdom to know when to let something go so that because it's already like dead, done, and over with, so that joy can come back into your life, something like that. Like the wisdom of knowing when something is over, of knowing when this chapter was over, of knowing when a relationship was over, and making space for the good things in life. Like, if you're not feeling the joy, if you're not feeling the passion, because sexuality doesn't necessarily have to mean like literally, it can just mean like your lust for life, your passion for people, for a certain person. And if it's not there, then it's probably, that relationship's probably dead, right? No one having the wisdom to know when to let that go and make space for the things that really do bring you joy, that really do spark passion in you. Okay, because I do think we are in that point of transition. And this card right here is probably like it's coming. Here's your prize, right? Here's the good things, your sign that there's good things awaiting you on the other side of this transition. Because we are kind of in this big transition, right? There's a lot of cycles, endings, and new beginnings, and we've been sitting in this in between space. I keep telling you this, but this new beginning is coming in, and it's like it's right there. It's right there. You're so close, you could almost take a bite of it. It's that close. Right. So, but there is a little bit of an underlying message here of making sure that you tied up the loose ends, that you fully let go of whatever it is that you were meant to complete and finish, whatever in the past, because you can't take it with you into the future. So whether that's an old job, an old relationship, an old situation is ending or closing up or rounding up, uh, you need to finish moving first. You need to get all of your stuff out of your old place. You need to make arrangements. I don't know, whatever the case may be. I feel like that is part of the underlying message is right now, like the loose ends are being tied up, which is why you can feel the new thing coming, but you're not quite done yet. You're finishing it. You're so close to the new thing, you can almost take a bite of the apple. Yeah. Wow. Wow. So like the readings over the last few weeks have been kind of talking about this. We've been kind of, and I feel like every time I feel guided to do one of these readings, like we're moving forward, like the wheel keeps turning, we're making progress. And now it's like we're right here. The new thing is like knocking on the door. Things are about to change. But again, the message is make sure you're wrapping up any loose ends of the life that you no longer want. Or maybe because there was some messages around like things that you don't have any control over, things that other people in your environment that have a role to play in this situation, unfortunately for you, have control over. So you have to wait for them to do those things, right? You're waiting for them to do those things, but it's right there. And for some of you, because you're getting restless, right? The message is like, don't go off course now. Don't give up now. Don't start doing weird shit because you're doubting things right now because you're like right there. Okay. All right. My weird wayfinders. What is your message for right now and possibly for this week ahead? Let me know if it resonates. Leave me comments, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'll see you soon.